Most of Jorginho's goals have come from penalties anyways, but I was just looking at that. You know, Jorginho's always famed for his little skip when he takes those penalties. From a coaching perspective, Jody, is there any way, or what is the best way for goalkeepers to approach a penalty like that with that skip? Is there a better way to increase the chances of saving that?
Listen, I think if you watch a few of the pens that Georgie has scored for Chelsea over the time that he's been there has been maybe 3 or 4 that he didn't skip. He does switch it up every now and then, although he's renowned for that. I mean, I always personally thought, although I'm not a goalkeeper, I would try and stay on my feet and then see where he puts it, because if he doesn't get it, he never really hits it with a lot of power, and if he doesn't really get it into right in the corner, you still might have enough time to react and get down and try and save it. But as I said, you can do that one week and then all of a sudden he doesn't skip and he puts it into the corner a lot quicker than you're expecting. So when someone scored as many penalties as Georgie has, who am I to try and tell people how to try and save them?
Have you ever tried to sort of mimic his penalty kicks during training?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, we used to have a little muck about at the end and there'd be a few penalties. But I think after I missed a couple, I knocked that on the head straight away and went back to my own style, which was usually hitting over the bar. So...
I'm sure you got some in, though. I'm sure you got some in. But of course, today here, Chelsea will be the slightly less satisfied side of the two. And one thing I did want to mention about Romelu Lukaku as well, this might be the benefit of hindsight entirely. But do you think it would have been all 3 points for Chelsea if Lukaku had started, or at least he was brought on much earlier, Jody?
Me, from a fan's perspective, I would have definitely liked to have seen a couple, if not all 3 changes at the top end of the pitch a lot earlier. I just felt that the amount of dominance that Chelsea had, I know we've said it already, but they wasn't creating enough real good chances. And the fact that you do have the level of bench, the level of player on the bench that Chelsea had, that I think there was no reason why at least 2 could have been brought on a lot earlier. And I did think that Lukaku was the perfect addition, but without knowing the kind of physical capabilities that he has, as far as where is he at after his injury, he might not have had more than the amount that the manager gave him anyway. So who knows? I think hindsight United is always the greatest football team that's ever played, isn't it? So I'm not sure. It's always easier to say after the game, but we was slightly surprised that maybe Tuchel wasn't looking at changes earlier, considering the dominance that they were having.
Alex, were you surprised that no action was taken earlier?
Yeah, definitely. I echo what Jody says, really. I think when you've got the attacking prowess, what Chelsea had on the bench, to only give Romelu Lukaku 9 minutes, then I think it's a big ask to try for anyone to try and impact something on the game when they're only given 9 minutes. There was a chance just beforehand where Werner rolled the defender and it fell on nicely on his left foot, and I actually thought if Lukaku was on the pitch he'd probably put that away, and that probably prompted Tuchel into making the change. But yeah, I echo what Jody says, really. I think he should have made the changes a little bit sooner and it could have been a different game with a different outcome.